Hi, my name is Mark Shuey. I'm with Cane Masters. Today we're going to go over all the basics. This tape is going to be the foundation of the system. The system is going to comprise of warm-ups, blocks, strikes, crook strikes, pokes, double-handed jabs, twirls, and punching. It'll be completely basic. We won't be going over any techniques. How to get the technique from this will be putting your basic strikes and pokes together. To start out with, we'll talk about the parts of this cane. This is called the horn. You have the crook, use the crook for throwing, shaft, and the tip. And with that, we'll get started with some warm-ups. Warm-ups. Most important thing to get started with. You have to get warmed up, because if you don't, you could possibly hurt a muscle or a tendon. The canes are heavy, and then you have to have the warm-ups. The first one we're going to start with is going some back and forth twirling here. I put my hand about an inch away from my wrist. Go nice and easy. You don't want to go fast, and you don't want to go all the way. We're trying to warm up, stretching all the ligaments and tendons in our arm, forearm, up around our biceps and triceps and shoulders. Do this about 10 times. Then I move my hand back just behind my elbow about an inch. And you'll notice the cane goes a little bit further now. Try to do this nice and slow. I do it about 10 times each way. Now back up on the shoulder here. Try to get that crook to go 360 degrees on this final warm-up here. And what we do with our right hand, we have to do with our left. Nice and easy. Moving up to behind the elbow again. And move my hand up on my shoulder. Nice. Try to get that crook to go 360 degrees. Much twist as you can in there. Remember, we're just warming up here. Okay, next, working on the wrist and the elbow areas. Right in here, you want to take your hand, pull on it. Don't pull real hard, but get it to where you can start feeling your muscles being pulled. Count to about 10, and go up. Same thing, give it a good pull. If you don't do this, you could end up with tendonitis. So you must do the warm-ups. Very, very important. Now turn the hand over, and when you're on this direction right here, twist it a little bit, ever so slightly. Don't do it too hard. Your body knows what it can take. Just want to do nice warm-ups. Down to about 10. Like I said, this is very important. There's one part I never leave out of my exercise. When I first started doing it, I would just leave this part out, and I was sore. I thought I had tendonitis. Probably came close to it. It's very, very important to do these exercises. And over. I also like to move back and forth. And back. Those two warm-ups are probably the most important. Another thing I like this to do too is work on our shoulders. From here, pull. Count between 5 and 10. Same thing the other side over here. And over here. Very important. Grab over here and pull. The last one I'm going to do here is twisting the side a little bit over here. Don't forget to breathe, relax. Every exhale, go down a little bit further. Get yourself warmed up. Okay, the next one we're going to do for warm-ups is some strikes. You want to grab down by the tip, and you're going to strike with the heavy end. Now, if this is too hard for you when you first get started, you can strike from this direction here. But it's a little bit harder this way, and you get more out of the exercise. You're going to start with doing 10 strikes. Pretend like you have your mother's, your wife's favorite vase down there, and you're going to come to it and just touch it, not hit it. You don't want to break it. We're going to do about 10 of these right now. I want you to build yourself up to 50. This is where all the power comes from. Obviously, the power does come through your hips but you have a lot of force in here. We're working on building up our forearms here. So we're going to do 10 of these right now, work your way up to 50. You want to do it with both hands. Now if you're right-handed and you're doing this with the left, when you first start doing it, you're going to feel very uncoordinated. This also helps build up coordination. We start here, and the last one we're going to be doing, this exercise here, is from here, here, and here. I tell my students, it's hitting the ears and the top of the head. You want to do 50 of these also, with the right hand and with the left hand. Believe me, you're going to get sore. You'll probably start out with 20 of these. But try to build yourself up to 50. Start over here. You'll notice I'm keeping my free hand up by my chest. Very important to learn that because you use that as a shield and for blocking. And if you have to grab something, it's in the center. So you can get quickly in all directions if you have it in the center. So make sure your free hand, get used to putting it always up by your chest as you're doing anything with the cane. Okay, I think that gives you an idea of where to get started. Try to build yourself to 50, to complete all of them together, so you have a total of around 300 strikes or so. And with that, we will move on to the next set, which will be blocks.
Hi, I'm Mark Shuey Jr., and we're going to go over blocks. We have 9 double-handed blocks, 11 single-handed blocks, and 4 punches to go over. First one we're going to go over is the broom block. We're going to turn our crook out, keep our hands about a fist apart so that we can have better speed on our block and our hands aren't in the line of fire. We're going to step backwards to get out of their range of attack. And we step back with our right and block to the side. One more time. Now, grab, push it to the side. Now we step back with our left, block. Okay. Now we're going to go a side block. Grab, and step back, keep our arm on the inside, push it to the side. One more, push it. Now we go to our left. Up, keep our elbow in, bring it to the side. We don't want our elbow to stick beyond, so then it's going to get hit. So we're going to bring it, push it away. Side. We're going to go up, roof. Up. Step with our right, step out of the line of fire, and block it to the side. Now we're going to step with our left leg, block it off to our right. Bring it up, and push it out of the way. Okay. Low block. Now if a kick's coming in, or another weapon, we're going to have to bring it up first, push it down out of the way. If we just brought it this way, you'd probably hit it up to our chin, so we got to bring it up, push it down. One more time, up, push. And a high block. Now we're going to bring it up and push it up. Up, push. Okay, the blocks that we do on our right side, we also have to do on our left. It's just as important. So we're going to move the cane to our left hand, do the broom block. Step back, pull to the side. One more time, up, pull to the side. Up, block, pull it away. Turn it around, side block. Keep your elbow in, to the side. Up, to the side. Up. Stepping back with my right, keep my arm in, bring it over. High block. Up. Up. Block. Low block. Up. Down. Low block. Roof. So step with our left. Go to the side. Up. Block. Block. Stepping out with our right. Okay, we've got one more to wrap up our two-handed blocks called brace block. We're gonna bring it up, secure, and get our body out of the line of fire. Up, bring it up. Keep your arm and your body out of the way. Move over to the left, bring it up, and block. If something's coming at you and you don't have time to react, just protect yourself. Bring it up. That's why you have the cane. Now, if you'll notice, on the two-handed blocks, trying not to grip this around the shaft as much as I can. I want to keep my hand out of the way. If you grip around it, it's likely you're going to get smashed. Keep it protected. Use this as the shield. Get this out of the way. Right here. Up. Now another thing, notice I'm always moving. My feet are not glued to the floor. I can get out of the way. If something's coming at me, I can move. Just as easy. I can let them slide right by. Okay. Okay, let's do our single-handed blocks. First one we're going to do is our low, and we're going to step back, get out of the way, and block. Now remember, we don't need to block beyond our body. Just block what's coming towards us. Step back, and block. Okay? Okay. Now when we block to our other side, we're going to get our other foot out of the way, our right leg out of the way, and block. Notice I keep my hand up, always keep my protection. Now we're going to do parry. We're going to step back, block to the side. We're going to guide that, whatever is punching, kicking, or striking with a weapon, we're going to guide it to the side of us. Okay? And block. Now if we're blocking to the right side, I'm going to step back generally with my right leg. There's a few exceptions, but this is what feels very natural. Block to our left side. Okay. Bring it up, protect our midsection. Now we're going to do a roof block. I'm going to step, keep my hand up. We're going to guide that away from us. Bring it up and guide. Okay. Now do our other side and guide so we can follow up. Block and guide it away. Now we're going to go with a downward fan block. They're coming at us. We're going to get out of the way and strike it down. Downward fan block. Step out with my left, down to the right. One time, down. Now we'll go to our left side. Bring it, get out of the way. Notice I move out with my right, down to the left. Now we'll do an upward fan block. Step. Block. Up. Block. Go the other direction. Out of the way. Okay. Now there's another one we can do. Just hold that down. If something's coming really low, we'll just put a little pressure on it and stay, protect our legs. Hold it down there. Okay, now let's move on to our left. Okay, we have a low block, left to right, step back. Okay, in our guard. Okay. Step back with our left, walk the other way. Okay, bring it up, block it out of the way. Parry, step back, guide it. Guide it to our side so we can follow up. Step back with our left, back. Bring it up, step, guide out of the way. Roof block. Bring it up, guide it out of the way. Bring it up, block. This sweeps. One time. Okay. Up, block. Step to the left, block, protect ourselves. Now we're gonna go to right and left, downward fan block, step, down. down. That's it. Strike it down. Okay, upward fan block. Block. Bring it up to our right, smack it out of the way to the left. Up. Okay. The other way, block. Bringing it up, strike it down to the right. There. And we can hold it down. If there's nothing else we can do, we can at least protect our legs, just keeping that down there. Okay, let's go over some punches. Now we would punch with a cane, mainly to strengthen our wrists. We have some support from the shaft. Let's use it. Bring it up. First one we're gonna go over with the horn down, okay? Now later on in our videos, we can talk about the horn for follow-ups a little bit more, but right now we bring it up, horns down, and punch. Bring it up, punch. Okay, with the horn up. Bring it up, punch. Now we can use that horn, I will demonstrate this a little bit, you can use that horn to follow up with groin, to the ribs, pulling, tearing. Okay. Now we have a vertical punch. Go up, holding the shaft, punching. Okay, now I'm going to show you a side view. If we're punching, we have a little vibration effect. It's going to hit the head and the groin and the chest. Okay. One more time. Punching. Okay. Now we have a horizontal punch. Bring it. Punch. Punch. Okay. Okay. Left side. Always go over our left side. Bring it up. Horn down. Punching. This can be a reverse punch or it can be center. Horn up. Punch. Punching. Okay. Vertical punch. Punching. You can hit them. Okay. More than just one target here. We have plenty of things to hit here. Okay. Then the horizontal. Okay. Punching. Okay, now whether it's diagonal or straight up to the side, you can go diagonally. You can always follow up. So if you're punching, you can lock the person's head inside of there. But this is all good target area.
Hello, my name is Merle McAlpin. In this segment of the video, we're going to go over the crook sets. What makes this weapon so awesome and unique is, number one, the crook gives us total legibility. We can carry this anywhere in the world. Number two is it has the capacity for pulling and poking and drawing your opponent with the added sharpness of the horn. Now notice this is one of our combat canes. In the dojo, we have a more rounded horn so as not to injure the people that you are working out with. Starting off, we're going to go from the lower part of the body and work up to the higher part of the body. Number one, we'll be coming in, striking the ankle, grabbing, pulling the leg straight back. Once again, raise the cane, strike the ankle, pull back. Number two, we'll be striking towards the side, the rib cage area, and utilizing the tip of this horn to inflict some serious pain into the back. Raising, coming up, striking the ribs, pulling back in real hard. Once again, grabbing, stepping in, strike, pull back real hard. Number three, we're going to be going for a groin shot. In this one here, you'll be raising the tip of the cane towards your face. Grab the shaft, step in, coming up between the legs, pulling straight up. You can imagine the pain with this real sharp horn coming up between the legs. Once again, raising the tip to the face, stepping in, shooting straight up towards the legs, pulling up straight. Next one will be coming towards the back of the head. In this one here, you want to strike towards the ears, pulling to the back of the neck, stepping back and pulling the head straight down. Once again, grabbing, striking the side of the ears, pulling the head straight down. The next one we're going to do, once again, will be a upward momentum stroke. Raise the tip, grab, coming up into the throat and the chin area. You want to be striking up into this area here. Once again, raise the tip, the shaft, coming in, striking up. The next one will be striking to the top of the collarbone. You'll be striking down and pulling that horn into the back of the spine or into the back of the collarbone area. Once again, grab, strike, pull down. Another one we have, which is good for utilizing the crook around the neck, will be coming up, grabbing, pulling into a face strike. On this one here, you would want to turn the cane around so the crook is facing the forward, coming in, grabbing, pulling into a face strike. The next one, just sliding the hand down, stepping in, grabbing the back, pulling once again, face strike. I find an elbow is real good in this one because it's just right there. Once again, what we do on the right, we do on the left. It is good to be ambidextrous. In case you are injured on the right, you want to be able to use your left. Once again, we're going to shoot for the lower part of the bodies and work ourselves up. We're going to go for the ankle again, striking, pulling the leg straight up. Again, grab the bottom of the shaft, strike, pull the leg straight up. The next one, once again, going for the ribs, the small of the back. Coming in, striking, pulling that horn back into the small of the back. Again, striking, pulling the horn into the small of the back. The next one, the groin. Raising the tip to the face, grabbing, stepping in, pulling straight up between the legs. Once again, raise, grab, up between the legs. Next one, the back of the neck. Once again, you want to strike the side of the head. You hit the inside part of the shaft, you strike the ear area, you allow the cane to slide right on down to the back of the neck, pulling the opponent straight down. When practicing this one in the dojo, be very, very careful. Once again, striking the side of the ear, sliding down the back of the neck, pulling straight down. Next one, striking once again up underneath the throat. Now when you grab this cane to come up into the strike, whatever is comfortable as far as your hand hold. If you want your hands held closer, that's fine. Coming in, striking up underneath the chin, pulling straight up. Once again, we're striking for this area in through here. Very vital area. The sharpness of this will hurt tremendously. Next one, shoulder blade. Once again, coming up, striking the top of the shoulder blade, pulling straight down, catching the back of the spine. Once again, striking, pulling down. Then we have the face strikes, turning the crook to the face out forwards, stepping in, grabbing, face strike. Once again, coming up behind the neck, grabbing, face strike. Last one, grabbing the side of the head, face strike. Coming up, grabbing, face strike. In this section, we're going to go after one-handed pokes. We're going to go offense and defensive on this. Once again, want to leave the hand up here in the center of the chest. When you do these pokes, you want to poke in and out very fast. You don't want to leave this cane out there where your opponent can grab it. And when you practice these pokes, try to practice an area on the body somewhere between the groin to the face and work to get to that one point. So when you do bring the cane up to strike at that point, you get a good feel for it. Okay, first we're going to go defensive, stepping back, poke. Next, we'll go offensive, stepping forward, poke. From here, we're going to go to the left, offensive, stepping, poke. Defensive, stepping back, poke. To the right, offensive, stepping forward, poke. Defensive, stepping back, poke. Now, if you have someone behind you, same thing. Defensive, stepping back, poke. Offensive, stepping forward, poke. Now we'll go to the left side. Once again, center the hand up to the chest. Coming in offensive, stepping, poke. Defensive, stepping back, poke. To the left, offensive, stepping, poke. Defensive, stepping back, poke. To the right, offensive, stepping forward, poke. Defensive, stepping back, poke. Once again, if someone's behind you, stepping back, poke. Offensive, stepping forward, poke.
My name is Matt Baker, and I'll be showing you the swing sets. The swing set is when you don't have enough time to reach down and strike. You're just going to be holding onto the crook and swinging. It's very simple. We're going to be doing it offensive and defensive, to the front, the sides, and to the rear. We can do it right-handed and left-handed. Offensive is stepping out and swinging. Defensive is stepping back and swinging. You're going to want to keep your hand up to try and catch the other guy's weapon, or to throw a punch, or to grab him, just to keep it up here just in case. All right? First one, we're going to be stepping forward with the swing. We can do the swing at all three levels. We can do it from the foot to the hip, which is the lower level. We can do it from the hip to the shoulder, which is the mid-level. We can do it from the neck to the head, which is the head level. The first one is stepping out, which I already showed you. That's offensive. And defensive, stepping back. Doesn't matter which foot you step back with, as long as you don't cross up your feet. Now there's going to be an attacker from the left-hand side, so you're going to step out towards your left and swing. Once again, stepping and swinging. Defensive from the left-hand side. Once again. Now, the attacker is coming from the right-hand side. This is going to be a backhand. Offensive. One more time, very easy. Just hold on to the crook, come up, and swing. Defensive, you're going to be stepping back. Once again. Now, an attacker is coming from behind you. It's going to be very simple. You're going to do another backhand. You're going to step back. This is going to be offensive. And swing. Once again. You can do this from the forehand side too if you want, but it takes longer to come over and swing. So it's easier to do the backhand side. Now defensive, you're going to be stepping back and swinging. Or the backhand way. Once again. Now we're going to do the swings with our left hand. Offensive, we're going to step out and swing. We're going to keep our hand up when we're doing this. And remember, you can step out with either leg, it doesn't matter. Our left leg or our right leg. And you can step back with either leg either. For defensive, stepping back with our right leg or our left leg. Attacker's coming from the left-hand side. We're going to do a backhand, stepping out with either leg, whichever one you prefer, as long as you don't cross up your feet. That's with the left foot. And that's with the right foot. That's offensive. Now we're going to do a defensive. Stepping back and swinging. Once again. Now attacker's coming from the right-hand side. Offensive, we're going to do a forehand. Once again. Now an attacker's coming from behind. And we're going to step out with our right foot with a forehand, or we can step out with our left foot for a backhand. Once again. Or. Now for defensive, for either of those two, for defensive for the backhand, you're going to step back with your right foot and swing. For the forehand, you're going to step back with your left foot and swing. Once again, backhand and the forehand. Now we'll be going on to the next section.
Hi, my name is Riley McLean and I'll be showing you the strike set. There are 3 different angles we strike at: the vertical, the horizontal, and the diagonals. I'll be starting out with the horizontal, then going to the vertical, then the diagonal. The first one on the horizontal set is stepping out, striking right to left, lower anywhere from the ankle to the hip. Now notice I'm stepping out at an angle to get it away from your attacker's line of attack. You want to get away from them. Okay? Once again, stepping out, striking. Okay? The next one is a lower left to right. Step out with my left, bring the cane up over your head, and strike. Once again, step out, over your head, and strike. Next one is a mid-range, right to left. Stepping out, striking from the hip to the shoulder, anywhere in between there. My hand is up, and notice I'm stepping out at an angle again. Okay, now left to right, mid-range. Okay, next one, head level. Striking anywhere between the neck and the top of the head. Okay, next one, left to right, head level. Notice I'm going over my head, anywhere between the neck and the top of the head. Okay, now the vertical. Stepping straight out with either leg, striking straight up between the legs. Step out with my left, step out with my right. Okay, now coming down over the top of the head. Step out with my left or my right. Now when you do this one, you can hit the top of the head or over either shoulder. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now the diagonals. Stepping out at an angle, once again with my right leg. Strike at an angle, diagonal down. Once again. Okay? Next, left to right diagonal. Over my head, striking down. Striking down. Okay, now I step out with my right again. I'm gonna strike up. Right to left. Striking up, right to left. Okay, now I step out with my left and I'm striking left to right this time. Notice I'm stepping out of the way of my attacker's line. Like all our other techniques, we need to know them right and left-handed. So here's the left hand starting with the horizontal strikes. Okay, the first one, horizontal, left to right. Second one, horizontal, right to left. Next, horizontal, mid-range, left to right. Next, horizontal, mid-range, right to left. Okay, next, head level, left to right. And head level, right to left. Now, the vertical strikes. Straight up between the legs. Stepping out with either leg. Now, down, right over the head or shoulders. And now, the diagonal strikes. Stepping out lower, left to right. Next, lower, right to left. Upward, left to right. Upward, left to right, diagonal. Upward, right to left, diagonal. Now we'll go on to the next set.
Next, we'll be doing jabs. Jabs we use with two hands, and footwork is very important. We'll be doing them offensively and defensively. Start with attacker coming towards me. I'll be stepping out with my left. Cane comes up, grabbing, jabbing. When you jab, it's in and out fast. Okay, there's a lot of power behind a jab. Pick a point with a belly button, whether it's the sternum, the throat area, and go for it. Offensive, defensive, stepping back. You want a good brace here. So when you step back, get a good footing, then you throw your jab. Someone's attacking you from your left-hand side. Stepping forward with your left foot, coming in. Jab. Once again. Jab. Defensive, stepping back. The jab. Someone's coming at you from your right. Stepping over, stepping back with your right. Be defensive. Offensive, stepping forward with your left. Remember, in and out as fast as possible. You do not want to cross your feet. Like if you're trying to jab forward, you don't want to step with your right, poking with your right. You're all twisted up this way. You always want to make sure your footing is correct. From the back, someone's coming at you. Turning, defensive, jab. Offensive, turning towards him. Step out with your right, left, jabbing. Once again. Offensive, stepping towards the opponent. Defensive, getting as far away from as you can. It's a very simple, very powerful technique, the jab. Let's move on to some twirls and figure eights. This gives you how to control the cane. It's very important to control and be loose with it. Okay, we'll start off with some side twirls. You want to go towards the back of your head. Okay, if you go towards the front of your head, you can't do anything else. Okay, everything is done from the back of your head. Sometimes you have to bend your wrist just a little bit. When you're first starting doing this, you might get scratched a little bit. Learn which direction your wrist's going and stuff. And from here we go into a figure eight. Do a figure eight when you're first learning. Just hold on the cane tight. Do a figure eight. Then loosen up. Let the cane do its own thing. Okay? You're going as fast as you can. From here to here. This keeps people away from you. Kind of keep away technique. What you do with your right hand, practice with the left. Figure eights. Starting slow again. You keep the grain nice and tight. Get used to what it's going to feel like this way, and then just kind of let your fingers a little bit loose. Other side here, side twirl. It's kind of fun. Get warmed up this way. We'll be doing other twirls too in the advanced set. I won't go over that stuff now, but having fun just twirling it. Another thing we have to learn is when you're carrying a cane, unless you want to be a victim and walk like this, if you don't need the cane, walk with like you really don't need it, as you're having a tool. When I walk through airports and stuff, once in a while I'll give it a quick twirl, holster it, come in here, or I'll switch hands. Don't walk unless you want to see if the cane really works. I'm sure it does. But learn how to walk with it as though you have some style. You have this great looking cane, walk with it once in a while, give it a twirl, come in. Well, you've seen a lot of the basic techniques, pretty much all of them. You have to do now is practice. When you're practicing, like your pokes and jabs, put a spot on the wall, aim for it. Get to know the cane, get yourself to know that when you pick it up and you aim for a certain spot, you're going to hit it. Your footwork, very important. When you're stepping, make sure you're comfortable, your legs are wide enough apart and not too long, where you can step again if you have to. The basics is very important before we go on to the next tape, which would be advanced techniques. What we're going to do is take all these basic techniques and put them together, add some throws, some blocks, takeaways, fighting multiple opponents. The cane is a fun weapon. You can carry them anywhere. Have a lot of fun with it.